Hello, Katrin here with European Paper Crafts in the US. Welcome back to my channel. Today I have very pretty papers, flowers, embellishments, ephemera, lots of pretty toppers and my cards that I created with them. So let's get started. So here is the very pretty paper line by Prima and it's called With Love. And there are beautiful flowers, hearts, ephemera, and then this gorgeous paper pack. And I like to show this to you so you can see what I made my cards with. So the paper pack I'm going to start with has 6 double-sided designs and 5 sheets each. So there are 30 sheets in this pack. And the designs are by Frank Garcia. And we know him for his beautiful artwork. So when you open up the pack, you get 6 each. I have already used some, so don't worry if there are some missing in this pack. But check out the beautiful papers. So the first one you see here has a collage look, and you could definitely cut it apart to have cut aparts. And on the back side, you have this overall design, and there are some greetings on those banners. Here, this is the next ones are the same. So let me go through it. So then you have these frames with beautiful flowers. Look how pretty they are. So you could certainly cut those. And then on the back side, you have an overall roses with script. So that's the second page. Now this is my favorite in this pack. Look at these beautiful fabric hearts. Aren't they just gorgeous? And with roses, very pretty pastel colors. And I love that you have 6 of them because then you don't have to be so stingy. And on the back you have again a cut apart design. Very romantic. Here's another collage design that you could cut apart with some sentiments. And on the back here you have again frames. And then you have this corner piece. If you do albums, this is where your picture could go. And then here repeated with these pretty fabric hearts. And also the banner. And on the back, how cute is this? You got the tea time, a cake, and in a wrapper you have those roses. Very, very pretty. So I love these papers. They were so much fun to work with. And then the last design, again, is a cut apart. And you have all these beautiful designs, and on the back a shabby chic polka dot. So this is the paper pack. So 30 cardstock papers, and they are cardstock, so this is not flimsy, you know, this is really cardstock. And then going with it we have an ephemera pack with 27 pieces, and I'm gonna show you quickly what's in here. So you can see it on the back. It basically, the designs you saw right now on the paper are also in the paper, in this ephemera pack. And of course, you can make beautiful cards with those. And then what I really like are those flowers. So we have roses, and these are like in bluish colors, so pretty, with glitter. I really love those hearts. Look how beautiful they are in 3 different sizes and 3 different colors. And I made projects with those I share in a minute. Then we have here like a spring bouquet. So absolutely gorgeous. I love those flowers. And they are new in my store, so try them out. Very, very pretty. Different sizes. And I'll link it below. So there are 5 different packs of fabric flowers. There is the ephemera, And then of course the beautiful paper pack. Now let's see what I have created with these. So here I have created a shaker card. So I got out my die for an envelope, and then I just added, of course, the clear acetate, a couple of shaker pieces, and added it to this card. Now I used a white card blank, and then one of these window designs or frames from the paper pack, and I added a piece of glitter tulle. So you can see this is the tulle here, just to give it the extra bling. And then on the envelope in the middle there is this beautiful paper heart and a couple of those flowers from the packs, just a little piece of ribbon and a heart from my stash. And here's another heart from my stash, and that is the card, and I think it came out great. Now the shaker and these beautiful colors. I haven't added a greeting yet. I'm not sure if this is going to be a Valentine's Day card or maybe a birthday card. I'll just leave it blank until I know what I will do with it. But I think it's a very pretty and elegant card. And because I had my die out, I made another shaker card. And here I have used the same envelope die that I have. Again, I added the background paper from the pack. Of course, pretty flowers from the pack. Here's this cute heart. I just love that. It looks so wonderful. Then I have, I mentioned it to you, I have two punches, a bigger flower and a smaller flower, and I layered those punched out designs to flowers, add a little bling in the middle, just to give it a little bit more interest. I did make a kind of a mistake here. You can see that some of these shaker pieces kind of stuck at the top, but it doesn't matter. I mean, it still shakes a little bit, but I guess the foam tape that I used kind of got some of those shaker pieces stuck there, but that's okay. And happy birthday, a little bit of a zigzag ribbon, and then you can see I layered on top of the paper this glittered acetate, and this is also something new that I have in my store, and it is a specialty paper pack. There are 10 pieces, 6 by 6, and really quick, there are 2 pieces of this white glittered acetate, 4 pieces of a silver glittered acetate, and then 4 pieces of this silver and white glittered paper. It's very pretty. So that's what I have used and added to this card. So what you can see here is just a strip of the white acetate with the glitter on it. But I have much more. So then I made 3 cards from die cut sheets that I would like to share with you, because I thought they would also make great Valentine's Day cards. And here, look how beautiful this bicycle is with all the flowers. Now I don't need that many Valentine's Day cards. That's why I used my cards for just for you or with love. But these are pretty designs, pretty toppers that you can use for Valentine's Day. So before we look at the cards a little closer, the designs come from the die cut sheets that you already know by Find It, and these are, let's see, Yvonne's Creations, Flowers with a Twist. So that's what this line is called. And here is this beautiful die cut sheet with the car, the bicycle, and the scooter. Then there is one with a love letter, high heels and a pretty purse, and birds and a purse and a high heel and a bouquet. And then the last one we have, and I'm gonna make cards with these too soon. I have this beautiful tea design here. The teacups, look how pretty they are. And can't you see how these would make great Valentine's Day cards? I just love these designs. So these are the 3 new die cut sheets, flowers with a twist. Now, the card, of course, the background paper comes from this pack I have just showed you with love. And I just added a little doily. And then this lace border I show you in a minute. And just a punched out butterfly. I added a little, so I punched it out twice, and I added a little bit of parchment paper to just soften it up a little bit. But yeah, here's my first card. Second one, very similar. I used a doily, and then, or actually 2 doilies that I punched out one, and I die cut the other one. I have doily designs as dies. And here is the scooter full with flowers. So pretty. And live, love, love. I had that in my stash. And here is another butterfly. The card blanks, by the way, are from Michaels. This is a smaller size that they sell in different colors. So I thought these colors, pink, green, and light blue, would be perfect for this, for these die cut sheets. And here I made a happy birthday card with this bug, the VW Volkswagen bug, and then again here's a flower that I have created with my punch. This background paper here is actually from the winter papers that I have introduced to you, I think a couple weeks ago, and I still have them in my store. They have these beautiful light designs, so check them out. The winter papers are still there. I'm going to link them below. But now this lace is actually a die set. And I don't have, normally I don't carry dies in my store, but this one I couldn't pass up because look at these beautiful lace dies. And there are 2 to a pack, and you can see what beautiful lace borders this makes. And I cut it out again in silver so you have a better look on how they look. And these are sharp dies. If you have a good die cutting machine, you can see it's intricate, but it all comes out beautiful. There is no rip or anything. So this is the first one, and the second one is just a little bit smaller. And I haven't really played around with them yet because I can see how you can double die. So you could have this again on this side and then have a double border. But these are the 2 dies that I carry in my store, and they are also from our friends at Find It, and they belong to the Pretty Flowers, which is a line that I do carry in my store, so you can check that out too. So there are die cut sheets, but of course they work with anything. And here are the 3 cards that I made with the die cut sheets and these beautiful lace dies. But there is more. So I had all my Valentine's supplies out, and I thought I'm going to use up some of my scraps, and I created a few more of these embellishment clusters or card candy, and these are so much fun to make, and if you start them you can barely stop. And they're so easy because all you do is use up your leftovers. So I started out here with a doily that I punched, and then I layered just what I had left over. So there's a piece of the pretty paper from the pack we just saw, a piece of parchment paper, really a very small strip, as you can see. I just ran it through my paper crimper, a heart that I punched, the flowers that you have seen now for a few times. I had this little thing laying around, the little sequins, and then you know, this yarn that you have seen me using up all winter. Forever I had that in my stash. And then also this felt flower. I got that at Michael's several years ago. And this made this first cluster. The second one I started with a tag and then again added everything I had handy. So there is a little crumple paper, some papers, leftovers from, actually these are the cutouts from my envelopes that I kind of just glued together and made this piece of cutouts that I then added to this tag. Again, a little bit of parchment, a heart from my stash. I stamped the lots of love, and the butterfly is a punch. Added some tulle here to add a little bit more interest. This is just a piece of glitter scrap, and then this pretty butterfly that I had in my stash for a while. So here is my second cluster, and then I have this one here. Same thing. I started with a doily again. This doily is actually from a die, so I die cut this. I added again the pretty paper. This is a new die I have that makes these banners. I used up some of my leftover papers. I folded up some of the parchment paper that I have been using. There's another butterfly here, and then the pretty rose from the rose pack that I showed to you earlier. So now you wonder, what do you do with these? So once you have these embellishments, of course it's very easy to just put them on a card and you're ready. Or what I have done here, I made these little bags. So here, this is another embellishment that I created, and I added it to a Glassine bag. And these I have in my store. So they come in, I believe, is it a 10 pack? 10 pieces, yeah. And they are by Maya Road, and those are these Glassine bags. They are also great for journals, you know, albums that you may use. But I added it to it and then put a piece of a candy bar in here. And that's a great Valentine's gift that I can give to somebody in my family or maybe a colleague. But look how just beautiful they are, and this is all scraps, believe it or not. The only thing not are these flowers and of course the heart. This just came from these packs, but everything else are just leftover paper strips. Here I cut a little tag. With one of the papers I made a mini envelope. Here of course is a piece of the beautiful lace border I just showed you. Some tulle, a little heart, another heart, and I thought they came out so beautiful, and I made a second one. So again, there is your candy bar in here, and here I used that very pretty heart from the Frank Garcia Prima line, and just added here I started off with a fishtail paper. I had a little bit of a bigger strip of paper, so I fishtailed it, added 2 more pieces. So it's really just layer what you have. There is no rhyme or reason to it. I just have everything on my table and I pick it up as it comes and layer it. And then when you have a little bit of fabric like this tulle, I use a pretty heavy glue, so this stays all adhered. So I use as a glue, I mean, you can use hot glue, that would work very well. I use Gorilla Glue too, and this doesn't come apart, so this is pretty stable on here. But I think these make so much fun, and I think anybody would love to receive a little candy bar in a glassine bag like this. And it costs you nothing. It's just really leftovers that would normally go and either in a box or in the garbage. So of course I don't throw anything out in the garbage, but these are just what I had left over from my card making. Thank you for spending time with me today. I hope you liked my cards and card toppers. If so, please leave me a comment, give me a thumbs up, share this video. This would really help me out. And I link all the supplies that I used below in the info box. So thank you so much for joining me today. Please stay or get well and happy crafting. See you next time. Bye bye.